So, hi everybody, I'm Rebecca Kelly from Flat Living Magazine, and I'm here today with James Darlison and Kim Popham from KPR. Thanks for joining me.
Okay.
So we're going to jump straight in with some questions. So can you tell me who you guys are and what you do at KPR, please?
Okay, so I'm Kim Popham, as Kelly said, and I'm the Sales and Relationship Manager at KPR. So we produce specialist reports for block management, and we do fire risk assessment, Legionella reports. But that's what we do, is we provide digital templates for anyone in the property industry, really, through things like inventories, midterms, check-ins, check-outs as well. But that's obviously the residential side, and then yes, block management.
Perfect. So it's all about making property managers' lives easier and giving them those reports they can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yes. We did see a gap in the market for block management and specialist reports, and we actually specialize. We provide really thorough, detailed reports which will cover any health and safety aspects and things like that. But most of all, especially over the last year with COVID, we've noticed a massive change in the digital field. And where you've not been able to go to the property and do inspections and things, we believe that fit for human habitation, our checklists and our digital templates have checklists for fit for human habitation. We also allow you to be able to take really detailed photographs with which are date and time stamps and things like that. So our reports are really detailed.
That sounds brilliant, really helpful. And is the software used by just block management companies, or is it used by companies that self-manage as well?
Self-managed as well, and block management companies.
Well, that overview really helps. I think that would be a great time to actually jump in and have a look at the software and go through a demo of that, if that's okay.
Hi guys, my name's James Darlison. I'm the training and support manager at KPR, so I handle all of the kind of like day-to-day queries that our clients have. I oversee and conduct any training that we conduct of our clients as well. So I'm just going to show you a quick overview of what KPR can offer the block management industry. We specialise, as my colleague Kim has said earlier, we specialise in a site inspection tool, which enables the site inspector to carry out a detailed site inspection on their devices, whether it's an Android tablet, whether it's an iPad or Android or Apple smartphone. It's compatible across all popular devices, and the software it's just a big tick sheet format, so making it very intuitive, very easy to use. You utilize the device's camera to take the pictures, so you don't have to carry around multiple pieces of equipment. So again, just makes it nice and simple, nice and stress-free for the agents and the site inspectors to use. So I'm just going to go on to our tablet app because it's a bigger screen, so you'll be able to see more detail. KPR2 is our inspection software. I have a couple of reports ready to go, so I'm just going to get started on those. The prime function of the software is to streamline what the agents do. It's to make it a lot easier to carry out site inspections. And then at the end of it, it produces a professional looking report that you can send off to your clients. And we get many of our clients provide us with very positive feedback from their landlords, saying they absolutely love how the reports are laid out, how professional they look, and how easy they are to navigate and read through. Because as we know, our clients and landlords are very, very busy people. You don't want to be sending them reams and reams of information. It needs to be pinpoint to the information that they want to see. So on the appointments page here, when you initially start the inspection, you create the appointment whilst the device is online. When you're physically on site, the software works offline, so you don't need to have an internet connection when you're on site to fill out the inspection. In fact, it works a lot easier and a lot better when the tablet is offline. So you've got a camera icon on the appointments page. This camera icon will take a photo and it will tell the system where you want that photo to go. So as an example, this camera icon here, the photo will automatically go to the cover page of the report. So when you sync it, the software knows what it's a photo of because you've used the correct camera icon for the software to pinpoint where it needs to go. So this one camera icon is probably best to be used to take a picture of the front of the block, just to start the report off looking really, really professional. I'm just going to open the report up. Initially, on your first inspection, there's only one block, but you can, if there's multiple blocks within the one site, you can simply press the yellow add blocks button, and then you can add as many blocks in as you need to. So you can do one report for the whole site, but you can have an unlimited amount of blocks within that site. You can even rename the blocks. So I'm just gonna type in there using the device's keyboard just to rename a block. And then the blocks are navigated. You can see there in the top there, I've added 3 blocks, and the first block is called KPR1. And then you can just simply navigate around, answering the information as and when you need to. So it's nice and simple to scroll through. So the first area of the report is the external communal area. And then you just literally, big tick sheet, answer the questions that are relevant to that block. If the question is not relevant, as an example, there's no gutters and downpipes, as an example, you can leave that question marked as NA, and then the software knows not to put that question in the finished PDF. So the clerk is in complete control of what information goes into that report. You've got all of your camera icons and pencil icons and screwdriver icons on the right-hand side. They're all linked to the specific question that they're next to. The user can take as many photos as they need to on the report. So you can have a report with 300 photos on, you can have a report with 3 photos on. There's absolutely no limit at all, no limit at all. As an example, if you mark a question down, as I've marked roof, ridges, dorms, chimney and walls down as poor, you can do 3 things. You can either just take a picture to confirm why they're poor, you can press the pencil icon, and then you can write a general comment about why they're poor. You can take additional photos using that camera icon there as well if you need to. Or if you wanted to arrange a maintenance report for that question, you can press the screwdriver icon, and then you can raise a maintenance issue. That maintenance icon, this is one of our USPs. It's a very busy little icon. It does a lot. It obviously produces a maintenance issue against the question. If our client is a fixed flow customer, we can send the maintenance issue straight into their fixed flow account because there's an API integration there. If not, it's not an issue. We can also set up a maintenance notification system. So when a report has been synced that has maintenance issues, those maintenance issues can automatically fire to 5 emails of their choice. So it's quite a busy little icon, but it's quite an important icon. So it just makes it easier to use, streamlines what they do with that information when they go into the actual report itself. So they literally scroll through the sections or press the hotkeys at the top, filling in the information that is required and what they want to feed back to their client. So it's very simple, very intuitive software. There's a section at the bottom of each area where they can write any additional comments. And they just scroll down the next section, which is the equipment and machinery. It's got some new questions in there that we've recently added due to client feedback. We've added sump pumps, cold water, foul water, and fire pumps. Those have all got requested by our clients, so we included it for them. We take feedback very, very seriously from our clients. We do have regular development meetings to discuss the feedback from our clients. And again, as I showed you on the other sections, you just fill in the relevant information as you're walking around the site. Underneath that is your meter readings. With the meter readings, you can enter as many meters as you need to. There's no limit at all. So you literally just press add meter, select what the meter is, type in where the meter is, input the reading, and then you can take a photo of that meter as well and literally just press save. So when you sync this report as well, just regarding the meter readings, when you sync it and then go back, say in a month or 2 months' time to do another site inspection, all of this information will flow onto the second inspection. So all you need to do, all of the meters will be there, all of the locations of the meters will be there. You just need to input the new readings. So again, the more you input into it, the easier and easier the software becomes to use, the more reports you do. So it just makes it nice and simple, nice and intuitive to use. So you work through down to the safety checks. This is for the KPR1 block. So again, fill in the information in there that is relevant, leaving it marked as NA if it's not relevant. So there's some key health and safety checks and health and safety questions in there. Then you can go into the overall conclusion. We've got a traffic light system in place within our software. So as an example, if the person who's carrying out the inspection picks up that there's a major problem at a particular block, they can flag that report as red. So when they sync the report on the KPR back office, which is the website, when they log into their account, there'll be a red sash on that report, so they know that they need to action that report because it's got major issues before any amber reports, before any green reports. So again, nice and easy to use, very intuitive. Final comments, just a handy way to feedback any additional information or any issues that you want to report back to your clients. That will show up on the client report. And then you've got your office notes. That office notes section is really handy if you have some feedback or any feedback that you want to feedback to the property managers, but you don't want to just go on the report just yet, or stuff that you need to investigate before you inform the client. Pop it in the office notes, and that will only show up on the summary report. And then nice and easy, the clerk simply just signs it at the bottom there. So when you finish that one block, you just simply press at the top and move on to the next block, and then go to the first section, and then start the inspection again on the second block within that site. You can take a front photo of each block as well by using that camera icon there, which is nice, which separates the blocks on each report. It's an auto-save function as well, so you don't need to worry about having to save the information that you're inputting in. So once you finish the inspection at that site, all the user needs to do is simply press back, and that takes them back to the appointments page, and they simply just move on to their next inspection when they get there. The other report I just wanted to go through as well, which is another one that we offer for our block clients, is the fire risk assessment. It's more of a fire risk / health and safety report for the block. Again, same principle. You can add as many blocks as you need to. And just as a quick note regarding adding blocks, if you've previously done a normal site inspection on that block, that information and all those blocks will pull down when you create a fire risk assessment report. So it gives them a brief description of what's needed in each section. So what you need to do for identifying hazards, etc., etc. Brief description of the premises, parties at risk, responsible persons, brief description of contractors who have access to that site. And then it moves into the actual assessment part of it here. So you've got pencil icons to write down any comments about a particular question, and you've got camera icons if you want to take any photos of a particular question. And they just literally just answer the question, fill in any notes or additional information about that section. And they just simply scroll through that part of the report, answering the questions that are relevant to that specific block. So I'm just going to scroll through the risk assessment side of it. So there's quite some detail on there. It's got the escape routes, fire resistance areas. Next section is potential areas of combustion. So just fill in there what's relevant. Same rules apply on here. If you leave it marked as NA or it's not relevant, then it won't show up on the report. So again, they're in complete control of what information is being displayed. So scrolling down through, it's all standard checklist stuff that they answer and that they need to fill in. So it goes into quite some detail. So it's quite a decent looking report. And then you've got your other hazards up there, which is like working at heights, electrical, and you can literally, they just press add an action on there. who's carrying out the action and when that needs to be completed by, and they can take a photo if they need to as well. That is literally just a free type box in there as well. And then just scrolling through there, just fill in there what's relevant to that particular block. And same as the site management, the site inspection, they can simply sign it at the bottom. So again, when they finish that inspection, they literally just press back, and that takes them back to the appointments page. So when they're back in the office, they want the software to produce the report. Make sure the device goes back online. We recommend they sync over Wi-Fi. And then all they need to do is simply press the preview and sync button. The system will give them a preview of the report so they can see it first. They press done. If they're happy with what they see, the user at this point can either make changes, which will cancel the sync, takes them back to the report so they can make any amendments, or if they just press accept report, it will delete it off their device, which is when they know it's synced correctly, and their PDF will be waiting for them instantly on the KPR back office. So you don't have to be on the same Wi-Fi. They can be sat at home syncing the reports, but the people who action them will have access to them straight away. So that cuts out admin time, it cuts out typing up time, you don't have to import any photos. It kind of just streamlines the entire process. So what you can see of the sample report is it's all completely white labeled to the client. So it's nothing about KPRs mentioned on there. Their logo appears at the top, their contact details and address details at the side of that. There's the front of block photo that I mentioned right at the start of the demo, so you can see why it's important to take one. Just starts the report off looking really, really professional. You got who the report was done by, so that will be the clerk's name or the inspector's name, company name underneath that, and then the actual date it was carried out on. At the bottom of the front page, it says report created using KPR.global. They can remove that and put in whatever they want. So again, it's making it completely white label for the clients. And then the PDF is nice and simple, nice and easily laid out, nice and simple for the clients just to go through and pinpoint and take out the information that's important to them. All of these headers are colored to the client as well. So there's your pencil comment there as an example, roof ridges, dorms and chimney. They've put on here, small area to be painted when doing sills. So they know that needs to be done. Then any photos that you've taken, as my colleague Kim said at the start, they're all dated and time stamped and they're tagged up as to what they're a photo of. And when the user takes a photo, that photo is given a unique ID, which is that information there. And on the KPR back office, if they input that information into a particular part of the system, it will bring up just that photo. So again, if they need to extract a photo and send that photo off to a maintenance person, they can just copy that ID into the system and it gives them their photo. Again, making it streamlining what they do again. And just moving through the report, quite a detailed report, lots of nice big high quality photos on there. And then there's the internal where you've answered the question, where the users answered the questions. Note it's only showing the questions that they've answered. So again, making it more personalized to the actual site itself. There's the internal stairs and stairwell and any photos that they've taken. So just working through, there's the meter readings. That's how the meter readings are displayed. And then you got the photos of the meter reads there. So as I said, there's no admin work on this report. The user just simply presses sync and that report is there ready for them. If they need to make changes once they've synced it, they can bring the report back onto their app, make any amendments and then just resync it. They always get to check it before they send it to the landlord. Regarding that, they can send the report straight from the KPR system, or they can download it and send it as an attachment. But in the KPR system, the email will come from the client's email, not from the KPR system. So that's kind of what the finished product will look like. Nice professional looking PDF that it gives you the client the due diligence to say that it's carrying out the regular inspections. There you go, Mr. Landlord. That's what your site looks like. So I've just switched on to the KPR back office. So I've just logged into the KPR back office. This is ultimately where all of the data goes. So this is where the property managers log into. This is where the reports will be waiting for them. So to view a finished report, they just simply press on the tab on the left-hand side that says Your Reports. You can see the one that I've just synced, the block management report for flat living is there. So they can open the PDF at this point. They can open the summary report only, which is just the office report. So it's just the summary report just takes the information out of the inspection that the property managers need to know. Or they can open the combined one, which is both of those in one PDF. If they want to use our KPR system to email the report out, they can simply press the communicator button, and that will open up their email accounts, and they can just send an email with a link to the report straight to their clients. They can do some basic editing of the report on the back office. They can change the address, they can change the date. And then they've got the camera icon, which allows them to upload photos, manage photos. The key thing, the quite handy thing, quite popular function of this bit is if they have a file photo on the KPR, on their system, they can upload that photo into any area of the report. So if they've got a particular photo that they've taken on another device or their digital camera or anything like that, they can upload that onto the finished PDF as well. So making it very flexible. And then whenever a site is inspected, that site is given a property file. And within that property file, shows them a map. So if there's a postcode entered, postcode, that will then link on Google Maps to exactly show the property manager exactly where that site is. So that's quite a handy feature as well. You've got that's where all of the reports will be. So that would be your audit trail of all the inspections that you're doing, and that's where every single photo you've taken will be linked and shown, and so you'll be able to see every single photo on that report there. So that's kind of the back office side of it. So that's where the agent gets access to the reports, emails the report out, and day-to-day manages what information that they hold regarding that block.
So to finish up, I just wanted to kind of cover, if people want to get in touch, they want to find out more about the software, how can they get hold of you guys?
So they can contact us obviously on our website, which is www.kpr.global.
Thanks for your time today, it's really appreciated. And if anybody does have any questions, they can always get in touch with you directly and find out more. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Rebecca. It's been good fun.